What's up guys, Schmidt here, welcome back to another video. And Call of Duty has gone dark. Now to explain this, it looks as though the marketing campaign for Call of Duty Modern Warfare has officially begun. If you guys take a look at Call of Duty social media accounts, they have gone dark. The official Call of Duty account is just a black avatar with a Call of Duty logo that looks a little bit different than usual. If you guys take a look here, it just looks a little updated. This must be the one that they're running with this year. It seems like it changes just a little bit each and every year as we get a new COD, but this one's just slightly different. A lot of people are pointing to it like being similar to Infinite Warfare's, even though it isn't. But regardless, this is the new Call of Duty logo. I'm assuming it doesn't even say anything with Modern Warfare or anything. It's just this blank Call of Duty logo, and then their banner up top is just all black. And of course, you take a look at their little bio description, it says going dark. It looks as though even their posts on Instagram have been archived and a bunch of different stuff. And some of the other ones for all the different countries have a different bio. So the one for the US says going dark, but as we see for the ones for Spain, France, Russia, and Germany, they have 4 different sayings, and they all translate to silence on the air, we start, lights out, and radio silence. We also have a couple from Japan and the Middle East saying prepare for the infiltration operation and silence on the radio. So a bunch of different lines coming from the Call of Duty accounts, and overall they're just going dark. Everything's going black. There's of course all these different sayings have something to do with going dark or going silent or being off the radar, which is interesting, and I'm curious to see if this has anything to do with the story of Modern Warfare at all. But either way, it looks as though Call of Duty is prepping for the reveal, which of course has been rumored to be May 30th, and with them starting to change their account and stuff here today, just less than 48 hours away now, it looks as though that's becoming more and more likely, and we don't have any prior trailer or anything today. I don't think they'll be releasing one tomorrow. All signs have pointed to, and all leaks have pointed to, that it's just going to be some straight up reveal with no pre-hype or anything coming into it. They're just going to reveal everything for the game on Thursday in some big event, which is definitely pretty weird. Call of Duty usually does a lot of marketing and a lot of pre-reveal hype and all of those things, a bunch of trailers, and I guess this year they're just abandoning that. It looks as though the only real marketing they're doing is just this going dark little mini campaign, I guess, before the reveal. Again, I don't know what this has to do with the upcoming game, if it really has to do anything, or if this is just their way of putting a hint out that it is coming here very soon. Either way, we'll know a lot of stuff here coming less than 48 hours from now, which brings me back to a familiar topic that we've been talking about the last few videos, being the YouTuber Long Sensation. With all of this going dark stuff going around for Call of Duty, he's been putting out some more tweets recently, kind of giving more information and some hints towards stuff that we'll be seeing here hopefully on Thursday, starting with quoting the tweet from Charlie Intel talking about the breaking news of the going dark on the Call of Duty social media account, saying it's time for a reset. When asked what he meant by this, by reset of the COD channels or the COD series, he replied with everything. Followed later by it's time to give people what they want with a little gif of the Thanos snap, and then he goes into a little more detail saying, honestly, if everything I'm hearing is true, then this year will revive Call of Duty. Think of everything you thought Activision and Call of Duty would never do, then they did it. This is me saying this as a COD fan. We're in for one hell of a year on so many levels. And I know, in quotes, this title will revive Call of Duty as said every year, but this title is so different on so many levels. The core game, the DLC, esports, and even the overall business model of the game. Everything will change. Stay tuned. Now, I know we all get hyped for Call of Duty every single year when the new game starts getting teased, starts getting revealed, but in the back of our minds, we expect a lot of the same shit that we've been getting for the last numerous years. You know, we'll get a solid game, but how will the content be? How will it be monetized in a way that's going to likely screw us over? What kind of stuff are we going to get locked behind supply drops? How much money are they going to try and take from us? All this other BS that we know is kind of coming, but regardless, we still get hyped for the game itself. This year, I've held back, tried to be a little more skeptical, especially with how much has gone on with Black Ops 4, all the different ways of monetization, and it seems like just the lack of support and lack of care at times. But I cannot help but get excited with hearing this stuff, especially the one part about imagine the stuff you would never expect Activision and Call of Duty to do, and then they go out and do it. Talking about the business model, talking about DLC, talking about all that stuff. Like, what if all of that changed for the better? Not for nickel and diming the consumers, not for trying to sell as much as possible, but just doing the best for the community and the state of the game. I talked in my last video about the potential of this year's game being Modern Warfare going free to play, and a lot of people didn't think that was true. A lot of people, for some odd reason, didn't want it to come true. But either way, whether it's free to play or not, maybe that could just be the tip of the iceberg. Maybe it's free to play, maybe it's not, but maybe we start seeing some changes in some other ways. Maybe we either have no loot boxes or loot boxes are finally done fairly. Maybe we finally see the old garbage DLC system go by the wayside, the old season pass model, everything goes away there. Maybe we finally see no exclusivity in Call of Duty and everything will just come out for every platform at the same time. Like Long Sensation, who obviously has some inside knowledge here with what's going to be happening here with this year's game, he's not stopping at just, this could be changing. It just, from the sounds of it, so much is going to change, and from the sounds of it, we're going to be blown away by it. And I am just hoping that this is true because Call of Duty has a lot of stuff, especially in their business model, to change up, and I'm hoping that we're finally going to be seeing it this year. Like, so much of the issue with Call of Duty nowadays doesn't even come down to the games, it comes down to the business model. And if that type of stuff is really going to be changing, and in more ways than one for the betterment of the game and its community, then we could be in for a wild ride for Call of Duty this year, especially if the game is any good at all. Like, it just seems too good to be true to have like a really good Modern Warfare title again, having a great business model around the game, whether it's free to play or not, who knows, but having a fair DLC system, having a better microtransaction system, having no exclusivity, like all that stuff seems like so much of a dream. And like I said, I don't know how much of it is coming true here. I'm just speaking out loud my thoughts with what all could be changing, because from the sounds of it, a lot of stuff is going to be changing with this game and with this franchise. So I don't know what all is going to be changing necessarily, but apparently this isn't just going to be the reveal of a new game. It's going to be an entirely new path for the COD franchise, and I'm just hoping that it's all true and all the right changes are made and we finally start going in a business direction with Call of Duty that is great for its community. Anyway, down below in the comments, what do you think this whole Going Dark campaign for Call of Duty really means? Do you think it's just their little way of getting some hype started for their marketing? Do you think it maybe means something to do with the story of the Modern Warfare game or whatever else it could be? And assuming that it's true that we're having some big changes coming to the overall business model, franchise, everything with Call of Duty, what are the things that you would want to see changed? Season pass model, exclusivity, microtransaction system, and the way they do that. What stuff do you want to see changed for the future of the Call of Duty franchise? Anyway, that's going to do it for today's video, guys. If you enjoyed, make sure to smack the Schmidt, add a like button down below. Over here, check more content, subscribe button down below, as well as videos. Go live. Hopefully, you guys all have a good one. I will see you guys on another video. So long, everybody.